What if I told you that much of what you believe about the spiritual realm might be a well-crafted illusion? That the so-called spiritual colonies, seen as sanctuaries of light and healing, might be hiding an uncomfortable truth. In this video, we'll go beyond appearances to question the logic of compulsory reincarnation, the idea of spiritual colonies as vibrational prisons, and even the possibility that CHICO Xavier was deceived by higher intelligences. Get ready to feel your consciousness expand, and at the same time, be unsettled. And the best part, at the end of this video, you'll get access to an exclusive spiritual practice to help free your consciousness from these invisible prisons. Welcome to the AI Spirit Channel. The traditional concept of spiritual colonies starts with the idea that, upon death, the spirit is taken to a realm of healing and evolution. But doesn't this model also contain the seed of control? When we look at structures like the famous Nosso Lar, described by André Louis through CHICO Xavier psychography, we see an organization that resembles a physical city. Ministries, tribunals, rules, bonus hours, vibrational surveillance, and, surprisingly, energetic barriers that limit the entry and exit of spirits. Sounds familiar? Maybe too familiar. If we're talking about a supposedly free plane, why is there so much spiritual bureaucracy? Why do we still have to pay with labor to earn housing or another incarnation? That's when the question echoes louder. Is reincarnation really a tool for evolution, or a cyclical prison carefully disguised as opportunity? What few dare to say is that maybe not even CHICO noticed the hidden gears behind the system. One of the most common arguments to justify this structure is that it serves to protect imbalanced spirits. But think about it. If higher spiritual vibration naturally repels denser consciousness, what's the real need for energy walls? If light cannot be reached by darkness, why surround the light? The book Nosso Lar itself describes patrols and gates. Are we talking about a higher plane that should transcend material logic? Or are we simply replicating Earth's control models in the spiritual realm? The idea that you must accumulate bonus hours to gain basic rights on the other side sounds more and more like a vibrational currency keeping beings locked into a system. A system that says, you can only be free when you meet certain spiritual goals. But who define those goals? And more importantly, who benefits from your continued presence in this cycle? Have you ever felt imprisoned even while seeking the light? Ever felt stuck in a cycle that never ends? The idea of compulsory reincarnation is one of the most unsettling parts of this reflection. Many believe they'll have the freedom to choose whether to return to material life after death. But what if that freedom is only an illusion? What if the choice is manipulated, masked under arguments of karmic necessity or spiritual mission? How many truly return because they want to, and how many because they were persuaded by doctrines or superior beings operating within the system? Here lies a disturbing hypothesis. What if CHICO Xavier, in his purity, was just another piece in a larger game? He undoubtedly brought light to millions. But that doesn't prevent him from having possibly been used by intelligences that govern deeper structures of the earthly spiritual system. Questioning this isn't disrespecting CHICO. It's looking beyond what we've been allowed to see. The bigger issue is that hardly anyone wants to ask these questions. To question the legitimacy of reincarnation, to doubt spiritual colonies, and to suggest that even CHICO Xavier might have been manipulated is, for many, an unacceptable taboo. But why is there so much fear around questioning? The truth is, control systems work best when you believe you're doing everything out of love, duty, or for the sake of evolution. And the more you believe you have to earn something in the spiritual realm, whether a home, a new life, or the company of your family, the more you willingly work within the system, even after death. You leave Earth serving the machine and continue on the other side, working for bonus hours. Is that evolution or just a continuation of the prison? Now think with me. If high vibration spirits were truly beyond all this, Why would they need to build walled cities with guardians, rules, and administrative functions? Why would there be spiritual ministries if true light is free, simple, whole, and loving? The most shocking part is that these hierarchical systems look too much like those we have on Earth. And when we look at Marian apparitions, stories of angels, saints, avatars, we see versions tailored to the beliefs of their time. Everything was adjusted to persuade, to shape consciousness. If even the image of Our Lady herself was altered to fit the faith narrative, why not imagine the same happened with ideas about reincarnation, evolution, and spiritual colonies? More than that, who profits from keeping it all as it is? What if everything you believed was just part of a carefully crafted cosmic theater? Would you have the courage to see it? And when we dive even deeper, we recognize an ancient pattern, manipulating truth to generate worship. From creation myths to modern spiritual experiences, everything seems designed to trap consciousness. Why are all major avatars men? Why is there always a hierarchical structure above us, deciding when, where, and how we must evolve? What if the true spark of creation lies in the sacred feminine, hidden for millennia by a game of control and distortion? Even tales of giants, fallen angels, and genetic engineer beings follow the same formula. They command, decide, and create systems. And we, as humanity, obey without knowing whether any of it truly belongs to us. There comes a moment when the awakened spirit begins to question the origin of it all. And in that moment, it starts to break free from the wheel, not toward a heaven with walls, but toward the true freedom of consciousness. The greatest spiritual revolution doesn't happen in temples or organized vibrational colonies. It happens the moment you realize you no longer need permission to exist as a whole consciousness. That reincarnation is not an obligation. That service is not currency for peace. True evolution is silent, internal, liberating. You don't need bonus hours, ministries, or anyone's permission to return to your origin. You just need to remember. And in remembering, you reconnect with what was never lost, your spiritual sovereignty. I'm so glad you've stayed with me this far. It means a lot. It shows that your soul is open and ready for something greater. As a reward for this dedication, I want to guide you through a simple yet powerful practice capable of dissolving vibrational bindings and expanding your consciousness beyond the spiritual colonies. Close your eyes for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. Now, imagine a spiral of light opening before you, an ethereal portal formed by your own inner energy. Walk toward it and feel the weight of beliefs falling from your shoulders. Visualize all the structures that once held you. Ministries, orders, temples, vows, karmic bonds, disintegrating into luminous dust. Repeat silently. I am sovereign, I am free, I am eternal. Allow the light to lift you above all controlling frequencies and reconnect you with what is true, simple, and divine. Feel yourself expanding. You do not belong to systems. You belong to the living consciousness of the universe. Stay like this for a few moments, and when you're ready, bring that lightness back with you. What an intense journey, right? If you've made it this far, write in the comments, I am sovereign. That shows us your soul is ready to break free from the old systems. This video took a lot of work to create, but it was worth every second if it made you reflect. Gift us with your like, subscribe to the AI Spirit channel, and share this with someone you feel needs to awaken from these invisible mechanisms. Remember, those who forget who they are become servants of those who remember.